there was this one woman I knew and she was always distracted. And you could tell that she always felt like she was disappointing somebody. It was her own thing, right? So one day she'd come to a connection, a spiritual connection, and she had that face on again. I didn't say anything. Next thing I know, she walks into a wall and I just pull her aside. I said, listen, you are here. Do you want to be here right now? She said, yes. I said, then be here fully. And then you're going to go and be with your family or whatever she was, feeling that divide about. But I thought that was such an appropriate example because she literally was like she just walked into a wall.
And again, the problem with not, and you have to actively pursue this. This is like dieting. This is like anything important. This is not something that will happen just because you hear a podcast and say, "Oh, I want to do that."
Dieting, but it's about committing.
Well, my point is, committing. It has to be an effortful process to get from where I and you are to get to from where any one of our listeners are at to 100%, a life filled with 100% being present or 100% focus. That's going to take work. That will not happen naturally. As a matter of fact, left to our natural devices, we will continue to live a life with distractions.
So basically, and it's back to that word a lot of people use, but being mindful about each and everything that you are actually
being present and removing all the external stimuli, be they important or not important. And this is the other side, which is, again, you might have had a fight with your spouse, and that's important. It's going to be important when you get home, whenever you see each other again, to fix that, to talk through that. But if you're having dinner with your kid right now, even that important thought, right? How do you?
That's definitely a muscle, though. Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. Science tells us it's a muscle, and that it is either. And there are people who have a strong ability to focus and people who have less of an ability, but all of us, and this is, I think, the awakening we want to have, need to increase our ability to focus. As a matter of fact,
by the way, it's just not just focus, because it is, but more than that, you have to understand the bigger picture, which is the consciousness I think we're trying to give, right?
Meaning?
At the end of the day, the fight that you have or don't have, you're going to come to some solution or resolution one way or the other, right? And so instead,
with your spouse,
with the example you just gave. So instead of worrying about that, ruining now the dinner and not having connection with another person that's very important to you emotionally, your child, then you're going to feel badly about that later too, right? So, but if you have the understanding, that big picture, and the big scheme of things, yes, that fight was horrible. I'm really uncomfortable. I really want to go back and repair. Or maybe you're not feeling that positive, whatever it is. But then to allow that to steal the now from you, it's just, you can go through life like that forever. And then you're not going to make anything of any moment.